All right, Ludwig put out a video about MrBeast drama. Apparently, MrBeast is in hot water for being a very rich philanthropist. Um, I don't know what this one's going to be about.
The biggest issue we'll all be dealing with for the rest of our lives is wealth inequality. And there's a few ways to combat it. One, be the small percentage of people who get rich, have financial freedom, and then ignore the big stinking mess in the room with all of us. Two,
Not an option. Won't happen. You'll die broke.
change the system in which wealth inequality thrives.
Won't happen. Too many people who have way more money than you making it to where you can't change anything. Look, brother, I'm just being honest with you. I'm not trying to send you into an existential dread. Just stop thinking about it. Just go watch a movie. Look, Marvel movies exist for a reason. This is the reason. Just don't think.
Three, bitch about it on Twitter.
There we go. Hey, that's the real answer. Bitch about it on Twitter. Yo, follow me. Check it out. That's all I do is bitch about it on Twitter and make very not good jokes.
Specifically about MrBeast, who's been under some fire, and I think it all circles back to wealth inequality. But let's go to where it all started a month ago when he uploaded a video called 1,000 Blind People See for the First Time, where he fixed people who had like an issue, I think cataracts. Anyway.
This is important. I think that what MrBeast does for people is probably the best thing you could do for people if you had millions and millions and millions of dollars other than lobby people in the government. And I don't know if he does that. I don't know. I didn't ask him. I don't know him. I don't know Mr. Jimmy. But curing people's blindness is probably up there with being a saint somewhere. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, if I had money to do this, this is what I would be doing. I don't know if I'd do a video about it, because that, you know, that's like a different ethical issue to me, or like moral issue. But MrBeast also got famous by torturing himself, basically doing torture porn, where he would just listen to songs on loop for like 12 hours. Like, that's the equivalent of waterboarding yourself. So, you know, me personally, this is in line with how he became famous, so it's okay. This is like the faux pas of the internet and celebrityism and being a celebrity.
On Twitter about it because I thought this is just Twitter trolls. And also Charlie made a video and he encapsulated all my thoughts in a single sentence.
But yeah, thumbnail aside, I think what he's done is a good thing.
Brave. I love that guy.
Thumbnail aside, I think what he did was brave. I don't know, it's just a stupid thumbnail, dude. He's the king of thumbnails. He probably ran like 6 different analytics on that thumbnail alone to see which one would hit the best. I mean, who cares? It's art. This is art. What MrBeast's thumbnails do for us as a community is unspoken because it changes our hearts. When we see an overly saturated white man standing next to a normal person acting like a disabled man being cured, for YouTube click-through rate, that's what being a human's all about.
That's the GOAT right there. But it didn't end. It didn't end for MrBeast in his troubles with Twitter. A week or 2 weeks later, he posted this: I need your help. Next time you see Feasibles in Walmart, soon to be retailers, if you could clean up the presentation, make it look better, that'd make me happy.
Please. Please make the shop look better in my section, please. Pretty please. I mean, I get it. Don't be an asshole. I guess that's kind of what he was getting at. Is this because he wants to have... Thanks for tidying things up. I'm going to donate $100,000 to charity. What charity should I donate to? Appreciate you all. So, in this scenario, is it so he can make more money? Probably. Is it so he can generate more clicks? Probably. But is it because he's donating people? Yeah. I mean, whatever. I don't care. Look, man. I don't care. I don't care. There's a lot worse people with a lot more money than MrBeast. He's just willing to go out there and do this quirked up white boy shit. There's a reason why there's only one MrBeast, okay? And it's because he's goated. No, it's because he's cringe and goated, and I love him, but I also don't know him.
His, 8-9 figure company that's competing against Hershey's, make the display look better so the marketing efforts are a little better, so I sell a little more. That's the idea. And look, I can't complain. I am no stranger to mobilizing my viewer base for my own gain.
Who
I
cares?
had my car stolen, and then I had an army of Ludbuds roaming around Sylmar, Los Angeles.
This is maybe 30 seconds of work. If he was asking them to go out in the fields and mine, that's a go out in the fields and mine. If he was asking them to go out in the fields and farm, that's a different type of labor that you can attribute to the people that like your things. Also, he's offering attention. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it's worth it. At least he's not just being like, oh, if you post a picture, like, then I don't know what he's doing. He might have sent somebody money who already posted a picture of them fixing this up. I have no idea. I don't know what his end goal is here, other than making more money. But it's not like it's not stealing. It's not stealing labor. It's not stealing money. It's not stealing profit from children. It's not. It's making a little section of a candy bar aisle. They're probably going to buy one anyway. It's 30 seconds. I mean, is it gross in terms of marketing? Yeah, I kind of wish somebody would get in there and make them squirm a little bit. But is it as bad as Hershey putting like lead in their chocolate for the last 30 years? Probably not.
Trying to locate it, and they did, and I have it back, and thank you. But this people.
Oh, he talked about the car. Yeah, Ludwig had a car stolen. I don't know Ludworm personally. Luddite. I don't know. I don't know Ludwig. God, I can't speak. I don't know him personally, but he had his car stolen. I'm giving you this information. It was very public. And Reddit, we did it. We got the car back because of people in his fan base, and then his personal assistant. So that's just the info. He had a car stolen, got it back. Now you're up to date. I'm not going to mogul mail this. I'm moving on.
To locate it, and they did, and I have it back, and thank you. But this rubbed people the wrong way, and so there was a few memes made about it. I caught this man after his shoulder brushed a Feastables display, and one of your chocolates fell to the ground. He's pleading for mercy, but I do not believe he's truly sorry. How shall I deal with him, sir?
I want this to be reality.
130K likes. Take that, MrBeast. This guy. Brave. Okay, that's like when they handed the Pepsi to Kendall Jenner.
Did he put it back up?
And then this.
Did he put it back up? That's tight if he did.
This is just a made-up post. From $8 an hour, mini Beast product zoner. I'm all for dunking on me, but no need to spread lies. It's real. I would never spread lies as a journalist.
Best journalist we have. We got him, boys. We found him. He's the quintessential journalist of the century. Can't lie. Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, if he did that, that'd be sick. I mean, I would be at the Walmart doing that right now.
The thing is, I have to agree because I am a journalist and I also would never do that. And
so
it
true,
just, and it
bestie.
just seems like he's getting a lot of shit. So he did, in typical MrBeast fashion, a big donation to show how grateful I am to everyone that helped tidy things up. I'm going to donate. That's titty. That's this titty, not tidy. To tidy things up, I'm going to donate $100,000 to charity. What charity should I donate to? Appreciate y'all.
That is titty.
But I feel like the people on Twitter, they're not really biting on that. And we can kind of prove that they don't really care about the money being donated because they think it's nefarious to some degree. With this most recent controversy that's been happening over the past day.
Oh, okay.
Where MrBeast made a video about giving 20,000 kids in South Africa their first pair of shoes.
Literally just a net good, unless there's some caveat to it where like the kids who have shoes now have to work for MrBeast, like in some Willy Wonka fashion. Aside from that, this is a net positive. Just people having shoes. It should be a government thing, but I think the government should supply you with basic needs of living, like food. Call me radical, but I think you shouldn't die because you're poor. I know, crazy.
For hundreds of thousands of kids.
Oh, and when you say, oh, but should I have to pay for it then? Yeah, you should. Shut the fuck up. You're an idiot. Because if you were in the other position of just being born in poverty, you should get the same level of treatment, even though I think you're an idiot.
In South Africa, the only thing standing between them and an education.
Oh, and you have the let's see, you have the conscience of a capitalist business owner with the backbone of a sponge, and you also are poor. So shut the fuck up. You do HVAC work. You're not better than anyone. You should have to pay taxes to get them their basic needs.
Is a simple pair of shoes.
So
You can pay taxes to blow somebody up, to blow up kids in a different country, and to bomb Doctors Without Borders. You're paying taxes for that. You know that? But you could be paying taxes to house people and feed people and clothe people. I just want you to know that. I just want you to put that in perspective. To keep people safe, you think that's why? Look, I'm arguing with somebody that's not even talking to me, but I know what you're going to say, and I hate you, and I just want you to know, at the end of the day, I still want you to be fed and clothed.
he got them pairs of shoes. Good is good. We can say it's good. I'm glad that these kids have shoes. I would not want them to not have shoes. Good that they have shoes. But people on Twitter were a little bit upset about this. People praising things like this, good guy MrBeast, ignore the reality that he makes a profit from these types of videos. This isn't really charity.
No, he doesn't. I guarantee you he doesn't. Let's see what he says.
To which MrBeast replies, no hate, you probably haven't seen the channel, but it actually is a charity, and I obviously don't profit from it. 100% of all the revenue from Beast Philanthropy goes towards running my food banks and helping ease human suffering. And since inception, I've donated, I've personally put in millions of dollars to Beast Philanthropy. That's the whole point. Make content around helping people to generate more money to help more people.
Look, this is a rich person who has made their money by helping people in extravagant ways and has basically fell into the infinite money glitch where they have so much money that you can put it across banks and get enough interest every year to live a very comfortable, very manageable life. And they don't need to work another day in their life. MrBeast has so much money at such a young age that he could retire 2 years ago, at least. So, no. This probably, most people that do charity like this, like MrBeast, I don't know anybody that does charity like MrBeast. And I'm not, look, this isn't a dick riding competition. And MrBeast is the holder of the dick. I'm not dick riding here for MrBeast. I'm just saying like I said earlier, there are a lot more people with a lot more money that do a lot less than MrBeast does.
Now, I understand the initial concern and criticism. I even receive some criticism when I do a charity stream because it's like, oh, it's a tax write-off. You're actually making money from this, which isn't exactly how it works. But I think at the end of the day, we live in a society where the structure is set up in a way where you have like some mega billionaires who do a lot of philanthropic work, like a Bill Gates, for example. And it's like, well, I would rather you not, do 40 tax loopholes and donate, and then we hire some elected representatives to spend that money on,
or like do other bad things that the Gates Foundation is known for doing. I mean, yeah, this is like more of a lukewarm take. I love watching Ludwig's content. I think he's very smart, and I respect him. Just to get that out of the way, because I feel like people feel attacked whenever you criticize somebody. But I'm not even criticizing him specifically, because he might know this, but he might not want to say it because his channel has people that are maybe a little bit more libbed up, let's say. But yeah, this isn't solving an issue. And they actually do like really harmful things. Mega billionaires who give out money and then claim it's for charity. And it could entirely be for charity. Also propagate the reasons why people are in those positions. Because people like Bill Gates have enough money to drastically change the world in a day. Solve hunger in a day. Get in their own countries, get legislation passed in a day, essentially. I mean, they have the funds, they have the audience, they have the power. I think it's Bill Gates said that he would never run for president because he has more power sitting where he's at in his position than a president ever would. And that's 100% true. I mean, he can make donations to campaigns. He could change a labor union in a day. Imagine millions of dollars getting poured into a strike. Those people never have to go back to work until they feel like they have changes made appropriately. That company essentially would have to fold. And as personal donations, you couldn't really sue them or have any legal action, and it wouldn't hold up in court, I wouldn't imagine, unless we're already there. I don't know how far we are along, but I think we're in a country where if somebody paid you to not have to go into work, you can't sue them for no longer working for the company. I'd like to think we're not there yet. It wouldn't surprise me if like next week that happened, but I haven't heard of that, at least to my knowledge. Because that's illegal, and that's like a federal crime. That's slavery. You can't force somebody to work somewhere. Anyway, even if you've paid them incentives or this or that or signed a contract, you literally cannot force somebody to work. Anyway, moving on.
Social projects or like public works projects, rather than like Bill Gates playing God in fixing random issues that he thinks he wants to fix.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't, that's weird. It's weird.
Well, I feel like it's also weird. Again, a criticism of Ludwig, but in a respectful way. These people are evil. These are lizard people that are intentionally doing this, and they're happy with it because they are no longer humans, because they have so much money that they are God, and we are their peasants, and they don't see a reason to fix anything because they're going to be dead in the next 20 years. And they're evil. They're inherently evil.
It's weird that one guy has that much money, and he's like, I'm going to fix malaria in this country. And it's like, what? You're playing God. This is so... Like, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good... I understand it's a good thing.
Yes.
Malaria being gone equal good.
Yes.
But weird that you are the one making all the decisions and playing God and have this much money to do so. That much.
That is true as well. I don't think anybody should have that much money. But it bothers me more that the government doesn't seize his money. Okay. Going on.
And that's, I think...
Because they could solve every issue. I would say most issues. Sorry. They would solve a lot of issues that kill people every day. I'll just say that.
Some concerns were driven from with MrBeast. Like maybe in some people's minds connected to that. MrBeast just unlocked a new form of capitalism. I hate it here. It's all about the MrBeast chocolate displays.
That's a fair critique.
And then there was this whole thread. This is in response to MrBeast saying that he doesn't drive a profit. Yes, that's because your net worth is over 100 mil and you dick suck Elon Musk. That's why you tweeted weirdly about your chocolate and why you own a fast food chain. This is all such a scam, lol. No activist would start a fast food chain to bring change.
Does he actually suck? Does he actually? Okay. When I say actually, I don't mean actually. Does he fellatio Elon Musk on Twitter? Does he hype him up? Because if he does, then I have a different opinion of MrBeast.
And then MrBeast replied, I started Beast Burger during COVID because restaurants were struggling and I wanted to give them a way to earn extra money. Countless restaurants were closing to go under, and the extra revenue generated off selling Beast Burgers helped them stay afloat. And until after lockdown, I've never really made a penny off it. We just reinvest the revenue into ads to help restaurants. Now, look, I think this is all a bit misdirected because I understand the initial concern. I understand the initial confusion or just like ick on all of the MrBeast philanthropy things. At its core, they are good. They are a whole good. But they are only able to exist because we live in a system in America where 1,000 people need cataract surgery and don't have access to it, and it would cost like literally hundreds of dollars to do it, but it requires one guy named MrBeast who's 24 years old from North Carolina to get up and fucking do it.
God, he's younger than me. Oh, where the fuck am I? You know, what am I doing with my life? Well, I'm not MrBeast, so that's a plus and also a negative. There can only be one beast.
It's weird, right? Like it feels like there should be something we could do. It feels like we should be able to hire.
Is homie showing skin? Look at his leg pop out. What's
weird,
going
right?
on
like
there?
It feels like there should be something we could do. It feels like we should be able to hire elected officials to fix the fucking problem.
Yeah.
But I think everyone's collective experience in America is that the problem doesn't get fucking fixed. It doesn't get fixed. Doesn't matter who you hire. It doesn't matter who you elect. Either political party. No problems ever get fixed. No, even with the majority, still don't get fucking fixed. And so it's like...
well, this is purposeful. This is so that they have an issue to run on. So that way you vote for them. And then when they don't get it done, they say, oh, look, I couldn't get it done. but I sure did try. And if you vote for me again, I'll get in. And I think it just boils down to there's money in politics. Like, you can just literally lobby anybody. That's why there's no real differentiation between like a corporate Democrat and a Republican you see. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's such a minute difference because the second you give them money, they fold. Like, who cares? If your intention is to, okay, so I'm gonna give you a little ethics talk right now. If you have a bunch of people who are blind and you can cure that by reallocating funds into that are already there, and you're in the government and you choose not to do that and to not even fight for that, not only are you evil, but you're doing it for profit, which in a way makes you even more evil. Yeah, because you want to relocate the funds to whoever's funding you instead of whatever the problem is. That's not even just with blindness. That's with like healthcare in general, food, like I said earlier, housing, clothing. Like, these are all issues that can be solved. It's there. The money is there. The people are there to do it. It's just they don't want to do it because they have quick money coming into their pockets, even if it would be more beneficial for them in the long run to get people with food, clothing, and housing, because then they would pay taxes and then more money would go into the government. They don't think like that because by the time they get out of the government, it's only been 4 years because they've been ran out of office. So if you just stopped money, donations, hand in hand, going like that, it wouldn't matter. You shouldn't be able to live the rest of your life after you've been governor once, not working ever again. That's insane. But it's a popularity contest and you can win it by having money. But anyway, yeah, I get what Ludwig's saying here, but I'm also explaining it further because I feel like there's something missing here.
Like, fuck me.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Nothing.
And I think when you see somebody
organize, try to get somebody in power who knows this and will abstain from accepting donations. People like Bernie Sanders are famous for having grassroots organizations that are able to propel them into didn't he have the most amount of grassroots donations ever recently? Which is grassroots donations are donations from individual people that are limited. They're capped at a certain amount. You can't donate like $20,000 to him as like a business. You have to be an individual and you have to have like, I believe there's a cap on it. I'm not sure. But he had the most individual donations ever. I'm not sure. I'd look that up. I don't know. I'm not look, that's not me. I'm not the web. Go look it up.
Who is working with this broken system and getting views off this broken system and making money and doing charity in the ways that the broken system allows you to do it. It's like, oh well, hey, I'm mad at MrBeast for being a part of this system. But that's not I feel like it's misguided. Because at the end of the day, all the things he's doing are good things.
It's not misguided in the sense of, and I mean this saying I like MrBeast. It's not misguided in the sense of he is a public figure. He is promoting his work from it. And his work is inherently a representation of a flawed system. And it is very easy to be mad at a person instead of a system or a collective group of people for inaction. It's much easier to find a figurehead and place your blame on them or say, yeah, you're a piece of shit for being a part of the system. When in reality, I don't think MrBeast has the type of money to change. I think he could change work, like labor strikes across America. I think he could help out like any type of labor movement, but I don't think he has the funds to change any government structure outside of maybe campaigning for somebody. And doing that is a huge risk, especially at a young age, especially when you're not in that world, because I imagine YouTube is the only thing MrBeast does all day. Like, that's his life. So I feel like he could do a lot more, and I feel like there's reasons to be angry at him, but I don't know if those reasons are as valid as people would like them to be, given the situation, given his age, given how he got successful, even given his education. I don't know if he went to college. I don't know if he knows a lot of this to begin with. And granted, he doesn't need to go to college for the regular reasons, but he doesn't know how he might not know how certain structures work. And people trying to explain it to him, I'd be wary of having, if I had millions of dollars and didn't know anything about politics. I'm not saying he doesn't know anything about politics. I don't know him. But I'm saying at a young age, if I had millions of dollars and somebody came up to me and was like, hey, I'm going to talk to you about politics. Do you want to listen to me? Because I'm sure this happens all the time to him with donations and whatnot. I would probably go, no, because politics are icky to most people, especially when you're not directly affected by your social and economic status. You actually profit off of your social and economic status. You'd probably never want to get near that with a 10-foot pole, because why would you? You're living comfortably. You're doing great. But then there's also the other hand where, like, at 16, I was interested in like communism and socialism, and maybe I was just a weirdo, but I was also dead ass broke and basically never went to high school. I graduated, but like I never learned a single thing in I literally could not tell you one thing I learned from high school. And I also skipped pretty much every day of high school. I didn't go to class. But then, you know, I ended up graduating from college later on in life after working in very intensive labor conditions where I was working outside, doing hard physical labor, pretty much coming home, going to sleep, and then waking up and doing it again. And I don't mean like hard physical labor, like just standing up, carrying hundreds of pounds every day, doing mechanical work, doing outside work in harsh conditions. So I had this experience from a labor perspective and from a broke perspective of, I can't do anything. Why is it that I am in this position? Because I work hard every day of my life, and it feels like it's just luck. So I had a reason to learn. I don't think MrBeast has a reason to learn. Now, this is just from the perspective of somebody who was broke growing up, still broke now, and has no way of knowing how MrBeast grew up other than interviews and this and that. And I saw an interest in it from an early age because I was affected by it. Now, if he wasn't affected by it, I'm sorry, I don't know how you fix this. You can help educate him on this issue, on these issues. Maybe he donates to labor. He donates to homeless shelters, it looks like, to food banks, to... I don't know what you can expect of this person, especially at a young age, where in order to help people. I mean, that's a lot. You have to have somebody he can trust that he can talk to about this. Like, the only person I even know in this sphere that would even know MrBeast, but not personally, but know MrBeast, maybe met him once or twice, is maybe Hassan. But Hassan has so much shit around him as a content creator because he is a leftist online that I could see why somebody who's just grown up not knowing about politics would be like, maybe I shouldn't talk to Hassan about politics. Again, I don't know. And I say that with the intent that I like watching Hassan's content, and I agree with him on pretty much everything he says. I literally can't think of a thing I don't agree with him on. Except I don't like Souls games. I think they're not good. Maybe that's the only thing. But like, yeah. I don't know how you solve this issue of a young philanthropist not knowing the avenues that he can help out. Because he's not evil, and he is doing inherent good for people. I don't care that people are mad at him on the internet. I'll say that. Hot take. I don't care about somebody who is living the best life imaginable and able to make content all day and be creative and do art and organize a team. I don't feel bad that some losers on the internet that have no life and are terminally online said mean things to MrBeast, because I don't have millions of dollars, and losers who are terminally online say mean things to me all the time. So I don't really care. Is it in less mass? Yeah. But who the fuck cares, dude? I'm pretty sure giving 20,000 pairs of shoes to people who don't have shoes or have need of more pairs of shoes, I'm pretty sure that outweighs whatever feeling of negativity would come from somebody saying something mean to me on the internet. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
And is the system he's working in fucked? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's super fucked. But if we have MrBeast stop donating to charity, let's just say Twitter bullies him into stopping all his philanthropy work, is anything better? Oh.
Well, he's not going to do that, because then he stopped making money. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not really, but I'm kidding.
Oh, the problem suddenly resolved. No, I think he's maybe just a poster boy for this new era of content creators, which in the creator economy are dictating a lot of what happens in business, in the world.
Yeah.
I do think this is maybe a more poignant tweet than what a lot of the brain dead Twitter takes are. Every heartwarming human interest story in America is like he raised $20,000 to keep 200 orphans from being crushed in the orphan crushing machine, and then never asks why an orphan crushing machine exists or why you need to pay to prevent it from being used.
I don't think I needed to do any commentary after reading that tweet. That's, yeah.
But
yeah, thank you. There you go. That was it. That was it. Hey, I'm not that smart or funny.
It's not MrBeast's fault. It's not something he created. He's a part of the machine. He's not going to fix capitalism. He's not going to do that. He's going to.
I have belief that he will
operate it within it, and that's fine. It's fine that he does that. It's fine that he also does good. All right, you don't have to love him because he's doing charity works. You don't have to love him because he's being philanthropic. But to hate him for it seems a little backwards. Is it better if he doesn't do it? I don't think so. Yeah. How do you fix the system? That's the bigger question, and I don't fucking know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm not going to say I do, but I am going to say that I have a few hints as to what might fix it.
Maybe an elected official will eventually come along that seems decent. Maybe a third political party. Who knows? That would shake things.
That would do nothing. That would devolve into something else. That would devolve into absolute chaos, and then there would just be like 2 Republican parties or 2 Democratic parties, and they all interchangeably shake hands the exact same way. That comment is like saying, oh, how do you fix police? Oh, we just add more police. That's the same thing. I mean, I'm not saying, I know he's saying this in jest, saying he doesn't know. And I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. He's not bothering me. I don't hate Ludwig. I don't think he's an idiot. I think that that's a common misconception that media portrays, is that a third party would somehow do something different. It would never do anything different. It's enough to steal votes from one party. That's usually how it works. I think you need to fix the inherent problems in the system, which require how money is distributed. I think I've already talked about that already, like in this video. I think that would solve not all of our problems, but I think that you would realize how fast that would help if a lot of our money went to the needs of the people, and if all the money went to the rights, went into making sure there were rights for workers and rights for the poor of America. I think we'd see an absolute change within a minimal amount of time.
Things up a little bit, but shitting on MrBeast on Twitter, a pretty inefficient use of your time, and
hard agree,
and pretty brain dead. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. All right.
If you hate capitalism so much, don't tweet about MrBeast. Go out and protest somewhere. Help anybody you can in any way, instead of doing what you're doing right now, because what you're doing right now is toxic, and it's leading to your brain turning into mush, and you should get off the internet and go do something. Or you can use your internet platform to try to organize something. Organize a strike. Demand better wages for certain people. Do something nice. Help your community. Send a message to somebody who's doing that and say you really appreciate it and that you're not a crazy person who wants them to stop. Just say you're not a crazy person who wants them to stop. You love what they do. I guarantee you there's somebody in your area who is young, who is out there looking to be in a position of power in some way to help out those around them. And I think that you should definitely reach out to them and tell them thank you, or you should definitely reach out to them and learn what you can do to help. And if they ever start leading you astray, or you think they might be corrupt, stop working with them, start doing things on your own. That's all you can do, because you are always going to be the smartest person you know if you're interested in this type of stuff. And the only thing you want to do is help people around you, and you're educated and you keep reading on how to do that, you are going to do that at one point, okay? Don't fall into the rabbit hole. Don't pretend like it's politics. These are your neighbors. These are the people around you. Be nice to them, okay? I'm sorry, this is like Jerma accepting his speech and telling everybody they're great, but I really do mean this. You cannot let things like MrBeast propaganda on your timeline ruin your day. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Don't be an idiot. Don't let them be mean to you. Don't mean to you as in don't let anybody tell you that it's bad to help people. Okay? No matter what system it's in. Critique the system, though. That's needed.
All right, subscribe. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Subscribe. Have a good one. All right, bye. You know who it is. It's Ludwig doing Mogul Mail about MrBeast. See you on the next one. Muksama out. I like that. That's different. That's kind of cute, huh? Right? Kind of cringe? Okay. That's fine, too.
Inequality is a problem. We'll fix it one day.
We'll fix it one day. No, okay.